What's up, world? My name is Jose,
And I'm Darian.
and this is Coast to Coast. Today we have a very, very special guest. This man right here is from Atlanta. He's all over the dictionary if you find him under ambitious, a leader, and a straight hustler. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, his name is Miguel. Give it up for Miguel.
Thank you. I appreciate claps. Appreciate
How
it.
you doing, Miguel?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself? How about you all?
I'm good. Everything
I'm
is good
good
over
too.
here. Hey, Miguel, do you remember when I almost killed you, bro?
Yeah, that one time with the car. Yeah, you almost murdered me.
Wait, which one? So
Hey,
so there's
I
two.
was talking about you talking about Peanut? Or you talking about the Penske truck? See, I'm sorry, I brought up old school stuff. My bad. This is a podcast.
So
I can't bring up.
I'm talking about the time where you almost got an allergy.
Yeah, with the
But I
shrimp.
definitely
Yeah,
want to hear
man.
about your
So I didn't know. I'm not sure if you remember it. So I think you and me were on sales blitz, and I don't think you saw it. The reefer was backing up into us, and you were trying to talk to me about sales, and I was like, oh my god, I don't want to be rude, I don't want to die. So I was like, I don't know what to do at this point. So I just was like, the guy looked me stopped, and you never noticed it. I never brought it up. It's just like, okay, we didn't die. But
Oh my
now,
God. Okay. Then that's embarrassing.
That's 2 times that you almost killed him, Jose.
Yeah, my fault, man. My fault. I want to apologize. For my birthday, we had just met, and I invited him to dinner, and I didn't realize that he had a peanut allergy, and also shellfish, I think, right?
Yep. Yeah, both of
And
them.
so he ordered something that was completely in his area, in his zone, and the waitress like snuck in a shrimp or something. And he was like, wait a minute, hold up. And I was like thinking like, oh, he probably think I set him up or something like that. Because it had nothing to do with shrimp at all.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was a whole omelet, like a whole veggie omelet. So there shouldn't be meat in there. So yeah.
Oh
Crazy.
man.
That's crazy. I'm sorry, man. But today we want to celebrate you, my brother. You know, I want to be able to support as much as I can, and I want to talk about, your new business endeavors.
Thanks, man.
I know Darian had a few questions that she wanted to ask you. I want to learn more about your business. So we'll go ahead and take it from there.
No, definitely.
Do you want to start, Darian?
Well, do you want me to start with the questions I had, or do you want to talk about his business first?
Why don't we ask
I'm
you?
cool either way, honestly.
What's the name of your business? What is your business, and what you got you inspired?
So no problem. So my business is Clip and Whip. I like to say it's kind of like Uber for barbers, makeup artists, lash specialists, and hairstylists, pretty much. Yeah, right. It's crazy. So, it was dope. I want to be, we want to be coast to coast. Right now, we're only in the Southeast, but pretty much you go on the app, you'll say, I need a haircut. Let's say Saturday, 3 p.m. You go on the app, go to Book Now. It'll show you all the barbers in your area that are available. You'll select whoever it is, and they actually come to you, especially during this time period where a lot of people aren't trusting in going out. We don't want, contactless payment. They come right to you. The payment's all done through the app. Even the tip can be done through the app. And it's real convenient, real easy. It's on Apple and Android. And man, it's the wave of the future. Like I told somebody before, if I'm not going to do it, somebody else is going to do it, because just the old fashioned way of just getting your hair done is just kind of out of it now, especially with this new, lifestyle that we're living in.
Yeah. What got you, what gave you this idea? Like, how did that come about?
So I guess it's kind of spurred from the past. So I won a Shark Tank competition back when I was in Middle Georgia for a whole different app, actually a fitness app. Mm-hmm. And I never did anything with it. I was like, you know what? It was just, college thing is what it is. And then when I started working at Penske, I just noticed that, hey, sales is pretty good. It's pretty lucrative. Let me branch out and see what I can do. So I started looking into businesses, and I looked into areas that you can get into. And sure enough, health and beauty is one of the top 3 growing industries for the next 10 to 15 years. So I was like, what can I do for that industry? So I didn't think nothing of it. I can't make no wave cream. I can't make no, best weave out here. I mean, I don't have that ability. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't know what am I going to do with this. So I missed my haircut like 3 weeks in a row. And I was like, man, I wish somebody would just come to my house. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wait a minute. why don't people just come to your house? Like, why is it illegal? So I looked it up. It wasn't illegal. I didn't really see anybody doing this. I was like, heck, why not? So just started putting some research into it. Looked into how to, get your stuff on the App Store. And man, within about 6 to 8 months of just really reading and researching, I had a whole business plan, everything put together, and actually had an app on Android back in 2018. It just didn't let anybody know because I was trying to test it out at that point.
That's amazing.
So I was, when Jose was trying to explain your business to me, I was like, whoa, so someone comes like in a white van and like they go into the van and get their hair done. And he's like, no, they go to their house. I'm like, oh, okay. So I thought you were like picking them up and how like they have, like when pets get groomed, they literally take the pet into the van and groom them. So that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, that's interesting. But now to hear you talk about it, that's really cool. But I was going to ask also, has it affected, or has the pandemic affected your business at all? Or like what?
It's affected it in both a negative and a positive way. More or less negative as far as people are just a little less trusting with someone just coming to their house. It's not their barber, it's not their hairstylist. I know a lot of people in our community have a real big loyalty to who, does our hair care and our beauty care. So that's only been a negative thing with Corona. It's now kind of like, unless I know you and I see you and I don't see you coughing, then I don't want you. That's only negative side. But with the positivity, you now have more people open their minds thinking like, instead of me dealing with the risk of somebody else next to me having Corona, or maybe their shop isn't sanitary, I can sanitize my own place. I know how safe I am. And if they come in with a mask, then the risk is, pretty much null and void at that point. So it's been positive and negative.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's good that it has both its sides to it.
Mm-hmm. So who would you say is your direct or indirect competitors?
I would say my direct competitors would probably be, there's this other guy out there. It's called, I want to say Sheer Cuts. It's out there in California. And it's really expensive, but it's pretty much the same thing we do. You pay for their services to come out there, to come to you, get the cut done. But it's just so expensive. I mean, I think one cut's like $90, but it's supposed to give you this, amazing barber experience. So that's probably my only direct competitor as far as somebody that actually does the same thing I'm doing. As far as indirect, I mean, at this point, I'm thinking Uber, Lyft. I mean, at some point, you have to move out of the apartment of just doing drop-offs. I mean, they're already doing Uber Eats. So what's the next thing they're going to do? They're going to keep branching out into other on-demand services. Yeah. I mean, hair care and health, that's like neck and neck. I mean, you already have people FaceTiming for doctor's visits and therapist sessions. So it's only a matter of time for that's the next thing. So they're probably my next indirect competitors.
Yeah.
Never would have thought of that.
Yeah. Being that, there are going to be competitors, I wanted to ask you, why is it so important right now where we are to support Black-owned businesses?
That is a great question. Why is it important right now, all time, to support Black-owned business? Because as you can see in America, we've never supported any minority business. I mean, I can't think of one major company that we've bailed out that has been any minority owned, not including Black, Asian, Hispanic. It doesn't really matter. So with that being said, if we actually have someone that represents that minority owned business, maybe we'll, inspire other people to do business themselves. I think the worst thing I hear from kids is that I don't want to start business because I don't want to lose everything, or I don't want to risk everything. But you risk financially when you go to college, because you're not guaranteed a job outside of college. And many of us millennials have learned that. You're not guaranteed to, get good at YouTube, become an IG model, all these things that people have. So why not risk it something where if you fail, it's literally because it's you. That's the only thing. It's either you or it doesn't work. So it just blows my mind how many people will just take all these other departments, try all these other things. They'll try OnlyFans when they try their own business. And you're still not your own business owner at the end of the day. So why not risk that? Why not read a little bit more, research a little more, and have something that not only you will have, but you can pass down? And I think that's the issue where our community doesn't have anything to pass down besides money, and money always devalues over time.
Yeah. And going back to how you said kids think a certain way, I'm a teacher, so I know that firsthand. But what is something that you could tell kids to encourage them to, maybe possibly go about making or creating their own business? Because a lot of my students, I mean, I work in like the lowest income area ever, and these kids already feel like they're a failure at 10 years old. So what's something that you could tell to a kid?
That's a really good question.
Powerful question. For me, the biggest thing I tell anybody is that, hey, I wasn't the biggest kid in the world. I was a short kid getting bullied. I was fat. I wore glasses, braces, a whole 9 yards. I had no confidence whatsoever. It took me to really look at myself and say, okay, I can either not enjoy life for the rest of my time and think I'm last place, or I can strive to be best place and see where I can go. Because at the end of the day, a lot of those kids don't realize, and I'll tell anybody, you're the person telling you you're in last place. There's nobody waking up telling you you suck. There's nobody telling you that you live in the hood ghetto. It's you thinking that and allowing the environment to dictate your actions. Don't do that. At the end of the day, it's going to be wherever you want to be because you're striving to be that goal. So if you're saying you're going to be a dancer and you're dancing every day, it doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter if you're dancing in the bathroom, dancing in the ballroom. You're going to be dancing somewhere bigger at some point, as long as you keep moving. So I always tell kids, keep moving.
That's awesome. Thank you. That was really good. Maybe I'll share that with my students. If we
Yep.
go back to school, who knows, whatever.
Yeah, we're never going to see each other again. You're right about that.
So I want to ask this question. I don't know how it's going to come off because I'm a little dyslexic, right? I'm from New York, and barber experience is a big culture in New York.
Right.
Me personally, when I'm in New York, I go to my specific barber that I've been going to for years. You know, how do you communicate to, I guess it's not stubborn potential clients, but how do you communicate to customers who are like, no, I don't want to use your app. I know the guy down the street. How do you convince them to try something new?
The biggest thing I tell to anybody is that, yeah, right now, the shop, you can go to it right now. You can talk to everybody. But just like with COVID, we never expected a situation where that may not be a reality anymore, where it might be dangerous to go to your barbershop. You know what I'm saying? Not be as safe. So I'll say that person, at some point, it's going to get to this direction. And that's why I love to tell anybody, especially everybody who's like 35, 45 plus, even millennials. They're like, no, it's not going to change. But trust me, at some point, everything's going to come straight from this device. Everything you want, everything you're going to do because it's cheaper. Walmart's already pricing out to get rid of all their checkout lines. There's only going to be self-checkout by 2025.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of people that are not going to have a job as well. So you got to think about like, wow, like, where am I going to be in that line? Am I going to be part of the technology wave? I'm going to be part of the wave where I don't have the ability to have a job anymore because they have robots to do it now. So don't think that just because, I can go in the shop, I can walk in today, tomorrow it's going to be closed. Hey, go to the app. And you're now just stepping into this apartment and you're already behind. You might as well hop in the wave now, learn how to use it, get more comfortable. And lastly, who wouldn't want to get their haircut at their barber, at their house with their favorite barber? You can watch whatever you want. You can talk about what you want. Like, I just don't see the negative side to it if you're that mindset person.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. If somebody was looking for employment, right? If they just graduated from barbershop school or beauty school, how do they contact you to become part of the Clip and Whip family?
No problem. So the best way to contact me can be through email, clipandwhipllc@gmail.com. You can call our phone number, which is 678-879-8680. Come straight to this phone. Or you can follow us on Instagram at clipandwhip_. That's also where you can see some of our artists and some of their work. And we even have our own website, which is clipandwhip.com. So you can email us, go to our Instagram. You can even hit up us on Facebook, go to our website, or simply just call me. Any of those ways will work. Just give me your name, what you do, and hey, how can we make something happen? Because I want to make everybody a millionaire. I don't want to be the richest person. 70-30, 70-30% on our end. So our artists get 70%, we get 30%. But at the end of the day, we do want to push them further.
Yeah, that's cool.
When are you expanding to New York? Because this is a great idea.
No, man, I can't wait. I mean, the plan is at the end of this year to maintain at least 10 to 12 artists anywhere from barbering, hairstylists, lash tech, makeup artists. and then it started expanding more to the East Coast, anywhere from Florida, North Carolina, and even Philadelphia and New York. So probably by fall of next year, that's when we plan to pretty much be on that whole East Coast. And then for West Coast, we plan to be you all by 2022 or 2023 midway.
Ooh, I'll be waiting for that. I want my lashes done at my house.
No, right? So much more peaceful.
Yeah, that's for sure. I have another question. What is one thing that you've learned through having this business? Like, what's the biggest takeaway from it all?
I'm trying to think of something, not saying like think of something positive is hard, but at the same time, I guess I want to express more or less the realism of being a Black entrepreneur, which is there's very little support. You're gonna find out a lot of people who you thought were your friends, your coworkers, who are literally doing similar stuff as you, will not like your pictures, will not comment, will not share, and you can't get hurt by it. Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of things plaguing people to not support your success, and you can't let that negatively affect how hard you're going to try. So don't be hurt that your best friend, your cousin, your anybody may not support you. Because at the end of the day, hey, that's their own personal reasons. Just keep pushing.
I like that a lot, because that's what I'm finding out through podcasting, is that a lot of people that I thought would help support, me doing this have not. Besides Jose and Robin, they've really helped me a lot. But like other people, and at first I was letting it get to me, but like you said, you can't,
Oh, don't be hurt. Trust me, I was in the same boat when I posted, and since 2019, Jose has known my business 2019. Jose and maybe two other coworkers actually know my business exists, and only Jose and another coworker have actually done something active to support my business.
Good job, Jose.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so I appreciate Jose. Oh,
yeah, I just want to say, this platform is for that exactly. I want to celebrate your wins. I don't want to talk about your losses. I want to show full support. And then if anybody else listens to this podcast, you're more than welcome to come to the table. If you find $5 on the floor, we want to showcase that. If you're starting a new business, we want to showcase that. If you just got out of a toxic relationship, please come join us, and we want to hear all about it. I want people to share their story. We're all about listening. But to go back to you, man, I just, want to celebrate you, especially. I want to tell you to your face. I know we're on, virtual, but I want to tell you to your face. You know what I'm saying? That I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna support you. And whatever you go on to do, I'm gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we need, especially in the urban community.
Exactly.
The more wins you get, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I can see that can motivate me, and then that leads to more wins that I get. You know what I'm saying? So definitely want to celebrate your life right now, my brother. Keep doing your thing. That's a really good question that you had, Darian, about what you learned, because I feel like so many people, want to start out a business, but they don't know where to go. They're not being encouraged by others. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you just got to say, take a risk, screw it. Take a risk, And while I have this on the subject, shout out to Darian's podcast, Live, Laugh, Lunge, where she talks about, her health journey. Please go listen to that one as well. And we're here to celebrate and support, and that's basically all I have to say about that.
So now I'm going to get into the not so business side of it. Okay. But I guess no. Okay, so I was just gonna ask your thoughts on Candace Owens, because I feel like she has a lot to say that a lot of Black people don't agree with, but that's just me. So I just wanted to know your thoughts.
No problem. Personally, with Candace Owens, I think she's a very confused woman. That's the best way to say it, just because her what she says doesn't represent I guess, what she thinks she's achieving by doing it. And
Yeah.
it's sad because she constantly says things. She constantly puts herself on social media, puts herself really out there to get exposed and get, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know a person who personally loves getting jabbed at consistently on the same subject and wonders why she gets the same result. It just shocks me. I mean, that's the type of ignorance you see from privileged people in a different community, not from your own where you've seen people struggle. I mean, everybody in any community, Hispanic, Black, any community that's not a majority has seen someone in a low-income area, seen someone in low-income standards. And for you to have the era of ignorance that you have is so shocking because your skin color wouldn't, how does it allow that when you know better?
Yeah.
You know what you're saying is illegible. You know what you're saying is incorrect. And you continue to do it. So I just find her just hilarious and just avoidance. Just like, why do we give her time and attention? But I mean, we give Jake Paul time and attention, so I don't know.
He shouldn't get that either. But anyway, to go off of what you said, why do you feel like that white people feel like that's a way to, do you know what I'm trying to ask, Jose?
No, I don't.
No idea. Okay. Why do you, I don't know why I tried. Why do you feel like people use that to like prove a point to Black people? Use her. Why do you think that they use her to like validate their views?
I think the same way that white America loved O.J. Simpson, so he stabbed someone. The same way that white America loved Michael Vick, so he got involved with the dogs. The same way white America loved Captain Kaepernick before he took a knee. It's as if you love people when they fit the role that they're supposed to fit. Oh, you're the Black football player. Just run and play football. Don't get active. Don't say anything. Do your job. Same thing can be said for many other people. LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, many people who are outspoken against, colorism, racism, and systematic, just injustice in this American system. And I just think that white people especially, gravitate toward Black people that they feel as if, is it beneath them? Because I would never want a Black woman at all feel she's beneath anybody, but somebody they feel like they can tell what to do and control, or somebody that is more docile, a safe Black person.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that word all my life. Oh, you're safe. You don't ever want to be a safe person of color in that department. I think she seems safe. She's not threatening.
Yeah.
She doesn't wear any natural hairstyles, so she has anything but, Eurocentric hairstyles. She doesn't wear anything too flashy. She doesn't wear anything flashy. It's very conservative. She just fits a mold of somebody that you can make do what you want or kind of walk a line and they're not going to stray out. She's not going to outlie and try to start anything. So she's a lot calmer, a lot nicer to deal with.
Yeah, very well said. I like that. I'll be sharing this with a few people.
No, definitely.
So what was the other?
Do you have anything else you want to share? Like anything else going on in your life?
Oh, as I guess not a side note, but something's crazy. I'm an author as well. I wrote a book, Intelligence of a Clown, back in February of 2019. The book itself pretty much incorporates a lot of what's going on nowadays, which I think is so crazy. Next Door Terrace, which is one of the first poems in the book, literally references how no matter what white culture has done or white America has done to everyone of color, not even the Black people, yet everybody of color is still seen as the savages, the people that, are aggressive. And it shocks me how colonists were the first ones to be aggressive in the new Americas, but yet in America, everybody of color is the aggressive one. So how can you set the standard, but yet push that standard onto us? It's shocking. So it just, that in itself, and many other poems about issues with women, Black women community. A lot of people don't know about the wage gap with African American women. It's huge. That's in there. We have a lot of colorism. We have issues of just, mental health. That's another big thing around here.
Oh.
So, that depression, it just keeps going. And the whole point of the book is really give somebody, someone to read to somebody that actually needs it. Because there's so much going on that's just not positive. And you might as well just have something to read that's going to make you feel like, you know what, at least somebody's there for me or somebody understands my pain at this moment.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. I can't wait to read that.
Can you say the title one more time, please?
No problem. So it's Intelligence of a Clown.
Okay.
You can find it on Lulu.com. It's on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Or you can go to my Instagram and buy it from me.
Okay.
Matt the Poet.
No doubt.
Cool.
Well, thank you so much for taking your time to hang out with us. You know, I am, again, really excited about your business ventures and your book. You know, I'm definitely going to continue to support you, brother. You know, thank you again. Thank you.
Yes,
so
thank
much.
you. This was awesome. I feel like you had a good amount of stuff to say and good viewpoints that I agree with.
No, thank you. I'm happy that you guys even gave me a chance. You know, this shows right here that it doesn't take a whole community of 5,000 people or 500 million followers. It will take two people sitting down, say, you know what, let's help someone out. And I want to help you guys out too. I'm definitely going to let people know about your podcast and Darren about your podcast about health, because it's so important, like you said, that we all support each other. Because at the end of the day, if nobody else supports us, we can support us.
No doubt.
Awesome.
Deserves a clap.
So much.
Deserves a clap.
Thank you.
All right, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you again. Thank you for listening to another episode of Coast to Coast.